Okay. I'm really good at sitting and looking pretty, so it's okay.
Well, hi, folks. Smudge here again. Come Monday night, my peoples have got a very special guest for you, Countreegirl. Originally, the Four Hearts Ranch was scheduled to be on, but due to a weather system coming up through Florida this weekend, in talking with them, we elected to postpone their date to a later time. So who is Countreegirl, you might ask? Well, she comes out of Texas, out of the Houston area, and here's her About Me page on her YouTube channel. She also just happens to have come through a hurricane, which is what's devastating Florida right now. So we have a couple clips. Sit back and enjoy.
We don't know what's going to happen, guys. This is where the fun starts. But as y'all can see, that's the mailbox. Christy, hold that for me. I'm going to go get wet for y'all. I'm going to walk to the street and show you guys. No, you keep the umbrella. I'm getting wet.
Yeah, you're
Hold
good.
on, y'all.
Yep, you're good.
I'm going to go get my phone. Okay.
That was a crazy night
Hold on,
there.
y'all.
I popped out the chat, but that's just the top of the stream. I can see.
Okay, I'm going to show y'all my legs.
That was a crazy night right there. Let me tell
It's
you.
at my knees, y'all. It's up to my knees. If I go to the center of the street. Hey guys, it's me, it's Countreegirl. I promised a bunch of people I would do a short vid to show you my storage, and when I talked about things, having everything in place that I need and working in smaller places and how you store this. So I'm going to do a quick vid for you guys. I hope you like it. It's just a quick tour of my pantry and my storage, give you an idea what I have to do when you live in the city. It's a little bit different, so I'll be right back and I'll show you. Hey y'all, it's me, it's Countreegirl. This one is for JD Allison. It's a request for a roast. It is a Coca-Cola roast. For JD and myself and others that are diabetic, I will be using a Diet Coke. But you guys, if you don't have to worry about the sugar, by all means, use a real Coke. Let me go grab the meat. We're going to get it in this pan and get it seared off. I'll be right back.
Yeah, you have a big family.
Today on the menu is my grandfather's, my
Jesus, Tina, and Jesus, Angie, and
Hungarian-style goulash.
It's just kind of been unanimously adopted, I think.
Goulash out there, guys. I mean, seriously, I've seen so many. But this is how my grandfather did it, with a little bit of tweaks, a little bit that I've changed. But my farfar, Swedish, the word father is far. So my father's father is farfar, and his mother is farmar. So that's what you hear me. So we're going to do a quick ingredient list real quick, and we'll get this started, all right?
We have Texas. We have, I don't know where some of the others are from, but we know it's going to be a good show. We have our own Countreegirl on. It was scheduled that Four Hearts Ranch was going to be our guest tonight, but with them living in Florida and the hurricane that was supposed to hit this weekend, which did hit, we thought it was just better if we let them off the hook for tonight, just in case things didn't turn out well. And Countreegirl was kind enough to say, hey, I'll jump in. So that's why we have short notice, but I think it's rather well. I'd see we already have 34 in here waiting to pounce on her with questions and whatever else. She does have a sore throat, so I will tell you that right now. When we get her on here, can
before we bring her on,
pick her brain.
Countreegirl, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, your video is frozen at this point in time. You take your video camera, turn it off and on real quick. It should be okay. So,
hey Coco,
slight
glad
delay
to see you here. Charles, OldAlabamaGardener is here. Spicy.
That fix it?
Mm-hmm.
Spicy, did you see Trolls already? I know that Coco and Vina and the bee lady will take care of those. They literally do have their own trolls. I think I have sent all of our moderators their own. They don't have a Jewish troll; those are mine. But they do each have their own troll.
Okay, let's bring her on.
There we go.
And Country Girl, you are live, sitting beside Sherry right now.
Hi there. Hi, everybody. How's everybody doing?
Well, I think they're all doing pretty well.
Oh, they are.
Yeah. So, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, I am a country girl transplanted into the concrete jungle in a city. I live in Houston, Texas. I was raised in the country, which is why I am a country girl. I work a full-time job where I'm an office manager at a company that builds railroad tracks. I love music. I love to sing. I've kind of gotten behind. I did do the one Tennessee whiskey, and then I got bronchitis, which is still what all this is stemming from, but that's okay. I will get back to it. Music is a huge part of my life. And the biggest reason on my channel that I started it was cooking. I love to cook. And I talk to so many people that think they can't cook, that it's too hard, it's too difficult. So I really wanted to show you that anybody can cook. It's not that hard. And that you just need somebody that can speak in plain English rather than technical culinary terms that you don't understand. So that was my whole point. And I love my friends and family. So I'm pretty easy.
So you say you were raised in the country. Was this in Texas or some other location?
Yes. In Texas, a small town, Alvin, Texas, which is about 30 miles south of Houston. And my mother and them were all raised in Montana up on big wide open land, and they came to Texas, and I was born here, but I was raised by my mother out in the country. So I'm still a country girl at heart. It's a little too far for me to drive. If I drove from there to where I work, it would be almost 3 hours each way, and I'm just not willing to do that. So the trade-off is I have to live in the city, but I keep my country roots and I go home every chance I get.
There you go. So you say you like cooking. Is that are you trained in any culinary arts, or is that just a hobby thing that you've embraced and developed on your own? Or
I started learning with my mama. I can remember being about 4 years old and standing on a kitchen chair at the counter, and my mama teaching me how to make a meatloaf or how to scramble eggs and make biscuits. My mama taught me. And I am very blessed to have a bunch of aunts and uncles, and, we're all a big cooking family. And then I got up on my own and I explored a little bit more, and it's amazing how much you can learn watching YouTube and Food Network, but YouTube is my favorite. I love YouTube when it comes to ideas, and I don't always cook the exact recipes I see. I kind of make them my own. And that's one of the things.
That's the best way to do it. And
yeah,
my mom was the same way when I was younger, and then when I had kids and my brother and sister had the kids, they went over to Grandma's house. They were always in the kitchen, whether they were toddlers and they were underfoot. She had a cabinet where all of her pots and pans were, and she would hand them a wooden spoon. She says, "At least I know where they are." And then when they got older, they had their own small bread pan to make their own loaves of bread and cookie sheet just for them. That's how our kids grew up. So my kids knew how to cook by the time they were teenagers and do their own laundry.
I was probably 12, 13. Mom would just call me from work, and I left such and such in the fridge. That's what's for dinner. And I would just do dinner. I'd have it started by the time she got there.
Yeah, I did that with my oldest
way to
son.
Learn. Yeah. And the hardest part for me when I do my videos, I think sometimes is I very seldom measure anything unless you're baking and it's really necessary. I very seldom measure anything. So I'm trying to think of, it's about a teaspoon. I just pour it in my hand and I know about what I'm looking for. Mm-hmm. So sometimes I have to remind myself they need to know how much to put in here. But that comes from, like I said, it comes from growing up watching your mama cook. Grandma never measured nothing either.
So Chris just said something about the big announcement was you and him are getting married.
No.
Yeah, I just told Grizz I didn't know he was into that.
Well, since Grizz is my YouTube brother, my big brother, that would almost be incestual, and don't think we need to go there. So
Nate's saying that Country's audio is not matching her video.
It's not coming across that way right now. So that's they're getting it as we're receiving it.
Yeah.
And this is the first time we've had.
Yeah, with the weather all over the place the way it is, that could have something to do with it.
Absolutely.
At least she's not frozen.
Well, I'll let her know if she freezes, and we'll thaw her out here.
Yeah, Mary, you do have to be quick on the keyboard tonight. We have 50 watching. Let's give Country Girl all the thumbs up.
Oh, we're up to 52.
Chris is pregnant.
Wow.
Grant, I think we talked about that on his channel just a few, half hour ago. Didn't we, about him being pregnant? Yeah, Grizz, you can love her, but I think that goes over the border there. There's a word for that. Nate, are you saying she's off? Oh yeah, smash that button because Grizz will be after you. I'm telling you. He has a gun and he thinks he knows how to use it. I do have a gun and I do know how to use it.
So I'm curious about the YouTube. Whatever possessed you to actually get started making YouTube videos?
Well, originally it was something to occupy my time, and probably most of you guys are familiar with what happened with my soon-to-be ex-husband, and there was a lot of tension, a lot of stress, and usually stress for me is I cook. It's what I do, and it just allows me to kind of get lost in that world. So I started cooking, and then one of my friends, J.D. Allison, actually, he asked me if I could show him how to do a roast, and I said sure. And I started to tell him, he said, no, I have to watch. So I made the video for him and I thought, well, how am I going to get it to him? So I posted it up on YouTube and then I got such great comments and returns from it. I thought, well, and then I started getting requests for all kinds of stuff and it just kind of grew from there.
So when you were in the country, did you, was it a farm type setting or just country, or did you have livestock and cut hay and all that stuff? Or it seems they grow cotton out there, don't they?
Some. My cousins all had a bunch of livestock. We didn't. We lived on probably about 6-7 acres, maybe. We had a big garden, and we did have one cow for dairy. We had some chickens, but that's about most we had. But my cousins, who lived probably about 30, 45 minutes away, they had a big cattle farm.
Okay.
So we were out there with them a lot. We spent a lot of time out there with them.
Now, when you say cattle farm, you're referring to meat type cattle.
Yes, cattle ranch, I should say. He gets mad at me every time I say that. But yes, they did a big cattle ranch that they raise for meat that they sell. And then, of course, they butcher enough for their own family. And it's pretty fun, but it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work. I figured I'd stick with the gardening side of it. It wasn't near as hard as having to chase down a heifer.
So I'm curious about something else, and I'm going to tread very lightly on this. But you just went through a hurricane out there, and some devastating times in the Houston area. Would you share any of that with us, or would you prefer just to not touch that subject at all?
Oh no, we're fine. We can talk. Absolutely. If you guys have questions, absolutely. I went and stayed with a friend of mine. She lives about 15 miles from me. She's just a little further inland than I am. And her house sits up a little bit on a hill, which is the footage you guys saw from the rain. I was in her house. So she's a little higher up, which was a good thing. But we were very fortunate on our side. We didn't get the worst of the rain. It hit the north and south ends. But we did get some flooding, and then right behind her house, there are 2 large reservoirs. Excuse me. And when they opened the dams, because the reservoirs were cresting, it goes through what is Buffalo Bayou. It's one of the main bayous through Houston. And that's what actually flooded everything on our side of town. And I was just incredibly blessed. And I really think, I had so many people from all around the world that were praying for me. And I really think It had to, in my mind, it was a God thing. The water literally stopped 3 inches below my door, literally. I don't know how. This is the only complex in the whole area that did not flood.
Well,
and I am eternally.
Well, that's a good thing.
Yeah, that was a blessing. I did get trapped in the neighborhood. I was here almost 2 weeks before I could get out. It was, I think last Friday was the first day that I could get out of the neighborhood because all the streets were blocked off from the high water.
Okay.
And this has been a challenge.
All right. You know, this, your video's going, but it's so out of time with your voice. I think I want to try something here. I think I'm going to try reconnecting to you. So I'm going to put Sherry on the screen.
Oh, great. Now that I put pop-up to my mouth.
Well, I haven't gotten you there yet, but there you go. All right. I got Sherry up on the screen. Let me get a couple things turned off here.
Me and my troll buddies.
All right. And I'm going to disconnect from you and reconnect.
Okay.
So, Angela, when I send you your walking onion bulbets, you will have a troll in your package also. Dale, as soon as she comes back online, we'll get that question to her. Discover E. How you doing there, Pickled Cheesecake Man? How's it going? Do we have her back? So, who here lives in Florida? And if you did, I'm assuming you made it through okay with no major catastrophes. I've heard a lot of people still don't have power, but my daughter left Florida Thursday morning, went to her half-sisters in Georgia Thursday evening, and then Friday they drove up here to Ohio, so this is where they are right now. Guess she found out that their home is fine, but the neighborhood doesn't have power. Power you can do without. You still want your home, at least.
Okay, let's see how you're doing now.
Hello, is it better?
Do you have your mic muted?
No. Now it's not. Can you hear me?
Jerry, you're going back up here until we get this.
Okay, well, we seem to have an audio issue. So if any of our moderators are catching some of the questions, please do so. I'm going to try to catch them all as they fly by, because they are definitely flying by tonight. 53. Oh, did he redeem himself? Coco, what did he do? Did he make you a cheesecake? In fact, the cheesecake I made to take to our friends Friday night is still in the van. We haven't brought it in yet. Thank goodness it's been tad chilly outside.
I think she can hear us, but I'm not hearing her.
It is rocking. You're right there, Nina. It's like, wow. We got to get these country girls in here more often, don't we? Yeah, technical difficulties. Do we need to have one of those things going across their half acre? But do we have 54 thumbs up? That's the question. Thumbs up aren't only just for our benefit for the channel, but it's also because of the guest we have. Oh, Kelly, you going to troll for me? Or are you going to troll me? I'm not sure how to take that. Agent Troll. Is that like, what was that TV show? The guy had his phone in the shoe? It just...
Mr. Smart or something like that?
Yeah, Get Smart.
Get Smart.
Thank you. Get Smart. Well, we can ask each other questions. We have OldAlabamaGardener.
Go ahead and try talking.
You have a gardening question, a seed question. He's our go-to guy.
No. There is no vocal.
Come on, Grizz. Don't keep us in anticipation here. Oh my, Coco, how long have you been bedridden for that? My brother used to have gout. Oh, I know that's not very good for you.
Okay, I think we have her back. Go ahead and say something.
You're echoing.
That's to us.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Is that a Verizon commercial?
I don't know, Verizon or Sprint or something.
Okay.
Half acre, I purchased them on eBay, of all places, twice now. If someone has multiples for sale, and if they say make an offer, I make the lowest offer I think they will go, because a lot of them still want shipping. And I have no problem in that. I used to sell eBay quite a few years ago. We made some big bucks. But so far they've, and then I try to dole out which troll I think should go to which person.
Okay, let's try it again. And in your lower left corner, we have Country Girl. Go ahead and say hi again.
Hey, everybody. I'm back.
Nope, can't hear her.
Try it again.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay.
Can they hear her?
Can everybody hear her out in Chatland? Yes, Bandana says yes. Yep.
Okay.
Hot diggity.
Yeah. Half acres, the male one here is one of the first ones when they first came out. So it's probably about 40 years old. I don't know when they came out. And when we had our 1,000 subs, when we hit 1,000 subs, I found and went out and bought his girlfriend, the Jewish female. So they're not going to have kids. They're fixed. We don't do that here. Everything's tied up and thrown away or whatever. Okay, now I know we had some questions. If you care to redo your question, put them in all caps. Grizz, please help me with my memory by getting your thumbs up so I can remember the big announcement. Oh, there we go. Grizz has an announcement. He said he's going to announce after our first trivia question. But you have to get those thumbs up. Yep. Two more Mondays he's going to be on. That's right. We're going to have an Old Alabama Gardener. Got to get Angie on here. Cab 7. Coco and Discovered. Now, do you have your Hoot Nanny garb on tonight? Let's see if I can find some. Now, Nate has a question for you. No, that wasn't that.
Well, he had a comment that I saw.
Oh, okay. Okay. Let's see. Blue thumbs. I'm not even going to go there. Sending Cindy some Egyptian walking onions. Old Alabama. Charles, Cindy who? Because if I don't have her on my list, I can. Because I went out yesterday and picked off most of the bulbettes. Let's see. Discovery. You got Coco some pumpkin pie and cream cheese. There you go. You put back in the graces. Now let's see if we can find.
Okay, well, while you're searching out questions and they're retyping,
yes,
let's go back to Country Girl and tell us a little bit about, after the hurricane, some of your experiences. You were involved in some, do I want to say rescue work?
Technically, it is search and rescue. I am a member, excuse me, of a CERT team, which stands for a Citizens Emergency Response Team. I went through 13 weeks with the fire department and another 13 with the police department to be certified with the county. We go out in emergency situations and offer aid. And in this case, there are so many neighborhoods that needed to be gone through and searched as the water started to come down. So the first day that I went out and I took my team out, I am actually command. So I split my team up into sets of 2 and I took one girl with me. And we were very fortunate to find 7 people that were just fine and just trapped where they were. We were able to get them out. Unfortunately, and I will try to be as delicate with this as I can, I did enter one home where a mother and 2 small children were trapped in their attic and did not make it. That was a pretty tough day for me. You know, anytime you have to come across and deal with that is hard. And then the 2 small children was just, it was really tough. I got through it. I still have, as command, I don't have the luxury of falling apart. So I still have to catalog and take the pictures and make all the reports. I have to wait for the officials, the fire department and police to arrive and 3 debriefings. And I got through all of that. And it wasn't until I got home and I called a very good friend of mine and cried for a little bit. And I thought it still wasn't enough. So I went online and it was, of all things, my birthday. And I just put on my live stream, "Come Help Me Laugh," because I knew I needed to laugh. I just needed to take my mind off of that. And I've been asked many times if I had it to do all over, would I do it again? And the answer is absolutely yes. It's hard to go through, but those people and their family deserve every bit of respect we can give them. If it were my family and I didn't know, I would want to know one way or the other. Mm-hmm. It's a tough thing to do, and it takes some gumption, as my grandpa would say, but there's not anything I would change. I would do it anytime you asked me to.
Lovely Kid Japan asked, would you change anything on your preparation for the next hurricane?
I don't think I would. I mean, I've stayed pretty prepared, and I know I did a short video for you guys that showed you my pantry. And being in the city, it's a little bit different than when you're living in the country. You know, things like protein, when in the city, I can't go out in my backyard and, you know, kill my dinner. I can't go hunting. I can't do all that. So it's a slightly different, but I have enough between the cans and boxes that I normally don't use a lot of, but I could have easily kept myself locked in here for a month. I don't think I would do anything different. You know, I had extra batteries. I had lanterns if I needed it. Fortunately, I never lost power. I do have a little small Coleman stove with propane bottles that I could have cooked my pasta if I needed to. Plenty of water. I had lots of stuff that did not require me to cook at all that I could grab and go in quickness. I don't think I would have changed anything. I was pretty prepared.
Someone asked if you play an instrument or just sing.
I primarily sing. I can do a basic piano, just enough to figure out notes in a song if I'm having trouble getting them to hit. But it's very basic. I don't do anything to where I'd want anybody else to listen on an instrument, but a basic piano, which helps me.
You're not a Liberace?
No, not at all. I'm just a country girl that loves music and that God blessed with a voice, and I try to share it.
There you go.
That's all I am. Excuse me.
Okay. And I want to, I'm going to apologize to everybody in the stream here that the vocal is not matching up with her video. That is not us, and that's not typical. But that's what we have this evening, so we have to run with it. So my apologies. Doesn't change the source at all, though.
Half Acre Dreams. Do you have any singing? I'm not sure what that VE was. Oh, videos. Do you have any singing videos?
I have done one. Excuse me. I've done one. It is on my channel, Tennessee Whiskey, which is probably my all-time favorite song of all. I love the song, and I actually sang it for Samwise Goji. He's a very, very good friend of mine, and he was there for me when I really needed a friend, and he loves that song, so I sang it for him. I have a couple of more that are in the works, but until I get my voice back, I can't finish the recordings on them. I need to do some edits, and as soon as I will, I've got about 4 more ready to go out. And Samwise, Stogie, JD Allison, and myself are working on some collaborations that we're going to be doing, which is going to be lots of fun. And I can't wait for that.
Oh, yeah, that would be great.
Yeah.
Coco wants to know what your favorite music genre is, or is that redundant?
I love all music. There are a few things that I do not listen to rap for any reason. I don't care for opera. It bores me. My favorite by far is country. I was raised on country music. But I also love the pop and rock of the 60s and 70s. I love classic rock. Leonard Skinner is the bomb. I love Allman Brothers. But I grew up on country. It's probably if I'm by myself, what do I listen to? It's country.
No, it's funny because I wasn't brought up with country, but due to a married-in family member that was living with us for a while, that she's now not our family member, she was country, and that's when I started listening to it. So, and in fact, right before we came on, I was cleaning the kitchen counter and had Faith Hill rather loud on my CD player. So,
I love Faith Hill.
Yep.
And I primarily listen to the classic country, 60s, 70s, and 80s, primarily some of the 90s.
Right.
A lot of the new stuff has gotten a little bit too much pop in my country that I don't really care for. Mm-hmm. So I don't listen to a lot of the new stuff, but primarily classic country.
Brian is asking, what is your favorite thing about YouTube beside the friends?
I think it's the ability to just reach out and touch people. I've met so many people through here, but I love it when I get comments on my videos like the lasagna is a really good example. And somebody says they've always been too scared to try it. But when they do and they realize it's not as hard as it was and their family loves it, I love that. I love that I can reach people and teach them something that they didn't think they could do. That's probably my favorite thing.
Old Alabama Gardener's asking if you do any gardening, and if yes, what do you grow?
I don't here. I have a small concrete porch. I have 2 little small plants there. I have an ivy and I have a pencil cactus, I believe is what it's called, that were gifts to me, but I do go down and help my mom a lot. And that's usually lettuce, peppers, squashes. We do a lot of zucchini. So I go down and help her a lot, but I don't have them here. I just don't have the room for it.
Right.
And I have a small herb garden where I grow my basil and oregano and that kind of stuff.
Oh, yeah, that stuff's easy to grow at a window or on a patio.
Coco.
Pretty much, yeah.
Did you see Coco's statement? Coco has asked if
cucumber man with vinegar.
Coco has asked if our trolls use whitening for extra bluing. DC
gosh.
Truck, welcome to the channel, my friend.
Wow, I'm impressed. Countreegirl, you're in the top 5 for us getting this many people in our chat room.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
Thank you, guys. That's awesome. That's awesome. I just love our community. My channel, if you're ever on my channel, on my live streams, I tell everybody I'm a no drama mama. I don't do drama at all. If you come into my room and you've got drama, you will be asked to leave politely. If you do not leave politely, you will be escorted out, so to speak. Mm-hmm. But I love that this community and this group of friends, for the most part, we all get along. We're all respectful of each other. We care about our friends and our neighbors that are going through stuff, and it's just genuine, and I love that. I really do.
Daniel got as my judge, and this is to me, he asked, because I answered made a comment about the country music. He says, when you stopped listening to country, which I have not stopped listening to country, did you get your truck back and your dog come home? Well, we have two trucks and 5 dogs. What does that say? I'm not sure.
Well, that's kind of based on an old joke that we have around here. What do you get when you play a country song backward? Your dog, your wife, your kids, they all come back.
There you go. There you go. Oh, makes sense. And BC, who is this young bit of eye candy? Wow, I think this is Country Girl.
And thank you.
And last nice guy won country music, but which country? Last nice guy won the USA. That's the country.
Amen.
Mm-hmm.
USA country.
You got it. It is 9:34. I know we've had some technical difficulties, but I think it's about time for our first trivia con.
I don't know if we don't do this, then Grizz can't make his announcement.
Grizz is, he's all ready for it. He's biting at the bit here. He's the reason I said this. All caps. Are you all ready for it?
Okay, let's do our first trivia thing here. So.
Sam, we won't get into that right now.
Sam Wise is my buddy.
Yeah,
we laugh and tell everybody he's my future ex-husband.
Okay, let me quickly go over the rules here. The rules are very simple. Number 1, you can only win once every 4 weeks. Number 2, you must be the first person to answer the question correctly in the chat window as it is received and recorded on the stream here. Not in your window there, but in the stream here as you see it coming up across the screen. And number 3, you must send us an email with your address within 48 hours to twofamilyhomestead@gmail.com. So, nice simple rules. We won't spam you. We just don't have any other way to send you your $2. So, question number 1.
It's killing Grizz.
These questions came from Country Girl. So Country Girl asks, what did I say I called my grandfather on the baked barbecue chicken video?
I know. I haven't won the last 4 weeks. Pancakes. How did I know you would do that? Country Girl, every week we do the trivia. Coco got it. Yep. Wow.
Coco and then all sorts, but Coco was first here, I believe. I have to go back and look, but I'm pretty sure.
Every time we do a trivia contest, my mind just went blank. Daniel, who is also a buck I like, in fact, he's not that far from us. His first answer is pancakes.
Okay.
It doesn't matter what the question is. Okay. It's Coco. $2. Now I know there has been over 4 weeks. This time, Coco, I will make. Oh, it was Discover E. I will make sure the $2 is in with the letter from Smudge. Okay, Grizz.
Oh, Green Gables. They got their. They got their prize in the mail.
Good. I'm glad.
They said they put it on Instagram.
Cool. I'll have to check. I think we're subbed to you on Instagram. I'll have to check. Bee Lady, does this look familiar? This is what I have next to my computer every live stream. And I have the smaller one in my purse.
No.
Okay. So, Grizz, the floor is yours. Yeah, see, Sam says, let's get it, Grizz.
Everybody's waiting.
Yes, Grizz, we're all ready for the big announcement.
And thank you, Coco. Thank you very much, baby.
Hey, Benton Farms, glad to have you here. You got Alzheimer's again? Probably too many of those mountain waters. Maria, thanks for stopping. Hope you can stop back. Oh, Grizz, if you were here, I'd slap the back of your head. Oh, 1,000 giveaway. Do you ever think you'd make it, Grizz? Oh, I think Country Girl's cheeks are blending in with the color of her hair right now.
Probably.
Oh, Bandana, we know he has a heart of gold and he's all talk.
Goodness.
Well, I think he's got a little over 500, so I might wait till he's at 999 and go into the witness protection program somewhere. I stole that line from Sam. I have to be honest. I stole that line from Sam, but it works.
No, B-Lady, he's still here. He's still here. There you go. And if BC Truck wasn't already taken, he'd whoop my way up to the front door. There you go.
In front of the line, yeah.
Uh-huh. Yeah, let's have an online shower. I like that, Bandana. What are we going to send them? Skillets?
Oh, well, depending on who he gives me away to, I might need a good cast iron I can beat with.
Exactly. That's why I said that we need to give that for a shower gift. Oh, Benton, I'm ready for that apple pie recipe. Oh, my gosh. That was awesome. I would have slapped anybody's hand that afternoon if they tried to take a bite of that apple pie.
Well, nobody's believing Grizz. Nate says, what is it really? And come on, Grizz. And
well, I will tell you, that's what he's been telling me all along. He hasn't told me anything different. So I didn't think he was really going to do that, but that's what he's been telling me.
When Grizz gets to 1,000 subs, he is going to show us the cat that lives in his beard.
Well, was it last night or the night before? It was last night. He had, were they chicks? That were his
baby chicks.
Were they baby chicks that his wife and daughter were putting on his chest, but they were sitting on his beard. They're not going to leave. They have a nice nest there. Oh my!
Yes, I can't be, lady.
Yes, she can see the chat. Equal opportunity. Angie, I don't think it would ship to Michigan. Because I have half of it. Like I said, literally, there's still a fourth of it out in the van. I was thinking about making another one because my daughter's in town, but is there a woman's skillet and a man's skillet, Kelly? I didn't realize.
Yeah, the men's are electric skillets.
Oh, is that what it is? Because you can't handle cooking with a regular one?
I can teach you, Daryl. I can teach you.
There we go.
So
Angie's ready to come down for the cheesecake.
Goodness.
Angie, come with 2 tickets to Virginia.
All right. So, talking about Houston, they're still in a recovery state, obviously. What is your estimate as far as time before they're, I'm going to say, back to normal?
The neighborhood that I'm in and some of the outlying counties, like toward Baytown, they're saying these homes could have water in them for at least another week to 2 weeks to 10 days, or a week to 10 days before the water even recedes. The bayou is still over the road in most spots. They were able to do some repairs. The majority of Houston, if you go north of I-10, is open and running. There's still debris everywhere. I mean, it just piles on the roadsides everywhere you go, with carpets and sheetrock and furniture, and it's just crazy. The recovery will probably take several months to really get everything done. But we are back to life too. I mean, Houston is, I don't want to say unique, but one of the things that I love about Houston, when it comes to a crisis, we gather together. You know, a lot of the animosity and the anger and the political BS that seems to float around this world, it just disappears. And we all come together as one big community and we help each other. So you will see neighbors driving up and down the street and they see somebody needs help. They'll just get out and help them. They don't ask, they don't nothing. They just start helping, and it's just amazing how fast when this city pulls together, we can get stuff done. So on the one hand, we are functional, but it'll probably be several months before we're totally back to normal.
Okay. Now, I do want to remind everybody to go on over to Countreegirl's channel and sub her. And, if you like the shows here, you can sub us too. We don't have a problem with that.
No, none at all.
And y'all should, because they're awesome. I love watching your videos. I just love this channel.
Can B-Lady, Coco, Vina, can one of you, Angela, can one of you put up Countreegirl's link for us? There we go. I knew Vina would be on top of it.
Hey, Vina, I don't think I said hi to you when I came in, babe.
$65. Woohoo! Everybody hit their thumbs up for Countreegirl. She has a sore throat tonight, so she sounds like she has, Kermie in there.
I do, and I apologize for that. I woke up this morning this way. I was like, oh no, of all days. That's okay.
Grizz and his announcement.
Yeah, I really didn't think he was serious. That's what he's been telling me. And I really didn't think he was serious. So,
well, that's okay, Sam, because she says you're her next ex-husband, so it's okay.
Yeah.
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 And Jatan wants to know if you know if Pasadena has electric. If you've heard anything.
To the best of my knowledge, they do. I know there are several areas that still don't on the further outlining areas, but they work from basically the inside out. Downtown Houston took a lot of damage. So that was first priority, was to get the financial aspects of the city open, because city needed to be running. And they started branching out from there. So to the best of my knowledge, most of Pasadena has power. There are parts of Deer Park and Big City which are just kind of just past that. So I think it's going to kind of depend on which part of Pasadena they're in. But most of it does.
Sorry.
So what is it called when someone gets married and they give away a it's not a bounty but
a dowry.
Dowry.
Thank
Grizz, we want to know what your dowry is.
There we go. Let's see it. Yeah.
Yeah, Grizz, you're so much on this. Let's see what your dowry is.
Papa Daryl's going to take care of this. Endowment.
Endowment.
I want to know
Endowment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to know what I'm worth to you, Bubba.
Exactly. It's a cordial divorce.
We might have to auction her off here.
BC Truck says if it's bacon, he's in. Doesn't take much for some people, does it?
So I should probably tell you that I'm a big bacon fan and I cook a lot of bacon.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, I usually have to have 2 packages out because as I'm cooking the first one and eating it, I have to have a second one for them to get a few of them anyway.
Yeah, that's what I tell everybody. I said, this pan's for the cook. I'll cook yours in a minute. Hold on.
You're right, David, and towards the end we will do that. Being what today is.
Absolutely.
Yesterday, 16 years ago, our goddaughter was born. We were neighbors to this lady, and when Daryl and I got married, he already had his house, and this family lived next door, and we got to be good friends. And when she got pregnant, she asked me if we would be the godparents, and if I would come with her to the hospital. Until then, I had my 3 kids, but nobody was in the room with me. And I was there when this young lady was born. The doctor turned around and said, "Grandma, would you like to cut the cord?" Grandma, who the hell are you talking to? That's my little story for the night.
Well, and something else we should all remember here on today, because it is that date, September 11th, and we can just remember those that passed away with the thing in New York.
And Washington. And Pennsylvania.
Washington, Pennsylvania.
Yeah, the whole mishmash mess.
Exactly.
And I happened to be in
Georgia.
Yeah,
you were
Atlanta.
In Atlanta.
I was in Atlanta.
I was a mess because I couldn't get in touch with you because all the phone lines were down. In fact, you were going through the CNN building.
Yeah,
when the underground thing when
the second plane hit. Yeah,
and I couldn't get in touch with you. Yeah, see, everyone remembers if no other date, like you when your kids are born, whatever. If no other date that all of us here in the U.S. have in common, I think we all remember where we were and what we were doing when we heard that. I was driving on 71 taking my daughter to Columbus. So, yeah.
Well, I will share what I find to be kind of humorous. As Sherry mentioned, I happened to be walking through the lobby of the CNN building. I was down for a convention for work. And it was a business show of some sort. And a shortcut to get there from the hotel was to walk through the CNN building. So I'm walking through the CNN building, and everybody's standing around looking up the monitors, and I'm looking up. And the one plane had already hit one of the towers. But what I really noticed, even more so before the second plane hit, was that I'm in CNN, but all the monitors had MSNBC.
They're saying that.
They weren't playing CNN. They were playing
the other channels.
NBC's news feed. So I just found that a little amusing to be in CNN building and watch that.
BC Truck says he was on the toilet. I'm just sitting here shaking my head. Something Grizz was saying.
I was homesick. Apparently this is the day for me. I was homesick that day. I had pneumonia.
And here you are on the 11th and you have, yes.
And it's funny, my wedding anniversary is September 4th. I had pneumonia in my wedding. I was sick as a dog when I got married.
Samwise, did you say you were committed?
After this, he may need to be committed.
Sam's trying to dig himself out of a hole, trying to crawl back out of it. He got himself in a hole yesterday. So he's trying to crawl back out of it, but I'm going to let him make it because he's so cute.
Ooh, Kellie was sewing wedding clothing. Kellie, are you a professional seamstress? My mother was.
In BC Truck, my wife says if I'd stay out of the bathroom, the world would be a safer place.
That was considered my father's reading room. He always had a book in there. I think that's where I read parts of The Godfather. It was in my dad's reading room. Oh, she's a bottler. Krista, welcome.
Bina, you're making me feel old. You were in the 5th grade. You're making me feel old, honey.
5th grade when that happened?
Yeah, that's what she said. She was in the 5th grade at school.
Good Lord.
Making me feel old.
Man, I already had all my kids. That really does make me feel old.
One of the things, too, that every time this day comes around for me, I have a lot of friends that are military or former military. And the sacrifices that our military made, and even since then, the conflicts of wars, and it's just amazing the chain of events that started. How complacent we were as a nation. So it's always reminds me to thank those that gave all our military, but all the innocent people that died that day. I think the people on the plane in Pennsylvania, to me, are the biggest heroes of all.
Yeah.
They were
totally knowing what was going to happen to them.
They gave their lives to save thousands willingly, and that's a big thing for me. And it's very sobering to think that what would I do in that situation? Could I do it? I'd like to think I can, but I hope that I'm never put in that position. but it's amazing. And the way this country came together as a whole.
Okay. Well, you know, it's pushing the hour, so I think it's time to do that second trivia question. Then we'll really find out what Grizz is up to. Okay, go over the rules one more time. You can only win once every 4 weeks. You must be the first person to answer the question correctly in the chat window as received and recorded on the stream here at Two Family Homestead. And number 3, you must send us an email with your address so we can send you your $2 within 48 hours to twofamilyhomestead@gmail.com. So, I want you to keep in mind that these are the questions that Countreegirl has supplied us. So, this is her question, and we'll just slide it right on over here. Where is my favorite place to buy spices? She told you she liked to cook.
No, Daniel's not pancake. Hey, Susan. Oh, cheesecake. I'm sorry. Not pancakes. We're done cheesecake now. Aldi's?
Not Aldi's.
Walmart?
Not Walmart.
The store. There we go, Brian. That's playing it safe. Dollar store. Save a lot. Allie, grape salad.
Where is my favorite place to buy spices?
Dollar Tree, Kroger's, Sam's Club. Spice store? Now, Sam, if you're going to be marrying her, you need to know this stuff. India. The garden. 7-Eleven. Big Lots. Oh, Piggly Wiggly.
Amazon. Up. Samwise. Samwise. Got it. Okay, Samwise, you need to send us an email, twofamilyhomestead@gmail.com, and associate your name with whatever. If you're Sam, that's fine. And give us your mailing address so we can pop your prize in the mail to you. And thank you for participating.
I have to say, I'm impressed. That is not who I figured would have got it. I am impressed, Sam.
Yeah, spicy. I don't know what it is either. What is Penzi?
Penzi's is a spice store. They do nothing but spices and herbs and all that.
Ooh,
Absolutely love them. You can find them online. They will often run specials with free shipping if you spend $20. They run it probably every other month. They also do free products about once a month where you spend $5 and you get another product free. But they are wonderful, wonderful spices. There's anything and everything that you can think of. Exotic spices, baking spices, cooking spices. They've probably got 9 different kinds of paprika. They've got several different chilies. They've got lots of extracts, 3 or 4 different kinds of vanillas.
Bandana.
They have some custom blends.
Yeah, Bandana. I think we need to go shopping at that store.
Yeah, it's Penzi.com. Penzi, I think, is .com. I believe it is.
Put a big order in before we all go to Virginia, and then we can split it.
Yeah, it's really cool. And I love their spices. They're really good. And I mean, for really good spices, the smaller 2-ounce jars run you about anywhere from $3 to $5, depending on what you're getting. But you can get the larger bottles for $5.95, $6. But their spices are so good and they're concentrated that you don't need a whole lot of them. So they really stretch a lot further. They do gift boxes during the holiday times. You can do a $30 gift box and they'll get 4 different types of spices that you choose. It's a really awesome place. And I love to walk in the store. It's amazing. It smells so good.
Now, Backwoods wants to know if that's a Houston thing, if that's a Texas thing.
Is Penzi's in Texas?
It is in Texas. There are 2 here in Houston. I don't know if there are any others. I'd have to look. I believe there are a couple more. I'd have to go pull it up and look, but they do ship worldwide. So anywhere in the state, in the country, you can get them. But I don't know about physical locations. I'd have to check that for you. I'm not sure. I guess I never thought to look because they're right here for me.
Samwise, I saw your question. I just haven't had a chance to address it here yet. He wants to know if he could donate his $2 to, and you can, but we have no mailing address. So send us an email and tell us where you want it sent. We'll do it that way.
That, or if you have PayPal, give me your PayPal name, and I can do it via PayPal. That way you'll get it right away, and you can do with it what you want. That's fine.
Yeah. We've just had a lot of people that kind of enjoy the $2 bills, so that's why we've done it, and that's why we've stuck with it.
Half Acres, no, she said there are brick and mortar stores there in Texas, but it's also online. And since I'm in Ohio and Bandana's up in Maryland, I think we're going to have fun ordering some stuff and then splitting it all up when we get to Virginia.
They also have a section when you're there with jars. You can purchase jars with different topping shakers or not shakers. You can, so if you want to make your own spice blends, you can purchase other jars there too. They're fairly reasonable.
Yes, Samwise, just send us an email and tell us how you want it handled, and we'll do our best to accommodate you. So just send us an email, please. Thank you. Okay. Bandana says she needs to throw out a lot of old spices and resupply. I didn't think spices got old. I thought you just...
No.
They will lose their potency. If you have any spices over a year old, just get rid of them.
Yeah, that's why I said I've needed to clean that cupboard out a long time ago.
I just use more of it.
Doesn't make it any better. Oh, that's just one of those head shaking things, you know.
What do they call that? Face palm.
And Bobby Sprinkle's in the room. So since
he is. Hey, Bobby.
Since we're talking about you, Bobby.
I do have Bobby's PayPal. I can Skype it to you in a little bit if you'd like.
Okay.
All right. Sam won our trivia question, the second one, and he wants to donate the $2 to you and Tammy. And we don't have a problem with that. So. All right.
We all got off on a tangent on the spices. You can tell what we're all interested in.
Yeah.
All the females that heard spices.
And hi, Mama Cat. I see you're in here. Samwise.
I'm going to do it.
Yeah. Country Girl says she has it. So.
Yeah. Yes, bee ladies, spices do get stale. Yes, they do.
Yes.
When I see Roberta's artistic adventures, I'm not a spicy hot type person. I don't even think I have cayenne in the cupboard. Although I do have the real peppers in the garden. I do have those because I'll put them in salsa and stuff like that, which there again, I don't eat.
And one great thing you'll find with Penzies, when you go on the site, it gives you an exact list of what's in there. So you know exactly what you're getting. It's really cool.
Well, Half Acre Dreams just said a few of us should do a meetup at the spice store. So I just asked her who was driving to Texas.
Well, somebody said earlier there's one in Ohio, in Columbus.
Oh, really?
I think somebody said earlier in Michigan.
And somebody said Cleveland, too.
It doesn't surprise me. I mean, it's an incredible store.
Penzies.
It's an incredible store, and I love to walk in there. It just smells so good.
Anyone have any other questions?
You see Bandana Grandma's message here.
Yes, their husband is off. They'll be there Friday. Yes, there are 3 stores. There is a store in Cleveland, a store in Woodmere, Chagrin, which is up in Cleveland area, and one in Columbus.
Awesome.
Ooh, yes. Road trip.
Awesome. Yeah. I could get lost in that store. I could go in there for hours, I'm telling you.
Oh, half acres. There could be one in Michigan. You know that I only looked for Ohio places. I mean, why would I look for Michigan?
Well, we found a bunch of people at a park up there one day.
Oh, can you imagine that? Off the beaten path, and there were all these Michigan people. Well, there was one other Ohio, and I think another Indiana.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Buck 11 was there, and homesteading with the cases.
Okay. Yes, Beverly Hills, Michigan, and Walker, Michigan, is where the ones are up Half Dreams. I don't know where. Oh yeah, we can meet in Columbus. That's an hour from us.
I forget who sent it, but somebody sent me a message on that chicken video that he was mad at me because his wife watched my video and she went online and spent $150 on spices. I have no control over that. It's not my fault.
Apparently, I'll have to go shopping on the second Wednesday of the month because that's when Uncle Sam pays me.
Exactly. Well, the good thing is, once you get your stock, then it's easy to replace 1 or 2 things here and there. That's
true. Oh, and folks that are just coming in, Mama Cat, whoever has come in the last half hour, Grizz made a huge announcement. You may want to scroll back, or Grizz, feel free to post your comment again. I did post your link, and Countreegirl here is our guest tonight, and I'm sure one of our wonderful moderators will post her link. That whoever does not know her, she's a wonderful person, has a great voice. I try to catch her in. She is in During It Cheap when he does live streams. Cab 7, she's in his live streams. Grizz's in his. She has her own. It's just a great family, a great community.
And we apologize to those of you coming in late. The other ones have heard it before. For whatever reason, the Skype is not synced up between the voice and the video, and there's nothing we can do with it. We have disconnected and reconnected, and it's just the way it is for tonight. And those of you that have been in here many times before, that's not normal. Matter of fact, this is the first time we've had it to this extent.
Mm-hmm. And Mama Cat, you're right. She's also in Darks too. And I knew there was a few that I was missing. Sometimes, I'm old. Forgive me. I just turned, 21 a few weeks ago. See if I can get away with that still. I don't see why not. My grandkids don't believe me either.
It's better now. It has caught up, Mama Cat.
Last nice guy, Canal Winchester, as in Ohio. Is that what you're talking about? Trying to find it. Terrible when you have to scroll back to see what's going on.
And Papa Texas is in the room here.
Oh, he's been in the room, yes.
Oh, he has. Okay.
Angie's Pantry. Where will you be going? To the Penzi store in Michigan?
Wait a minute. What's this the BC Truck wrote? My wife celebrated the 34th anniversary of her 30th birthday.
Cool. That makes her 64, honey.
I'm trying to do the math on this.
It's easier than mine when I say I'm 21 with 43 years experience. Half the people can't add that either.
Yeah, but I have a long time to practice on that one because I've heard that so much. Okay, back to our regularly scheduled show here.
I can't get it, so.
Solar flares, that's it. It's a solar flare.
What's a solar flare? Those things that go up in the air?
Yeah.
Don't help him, Kelly. He gets in these holes all by himself. Hey, lady, wait, by the time you come here, we'll be ready to go to Columbus. Oh.
So, Country Girl, tell us where you see your channel heading in the future here. I know you've indicated you want to do more cooking videos. Matter of fact, I think you've even ordered something that you can do some live streaming on cooking.
I have.
What is your? I'm going to say your maybe 6-month, 1-year plan as far as what you want to do with YouTube. I don't want to say 5 years.
Yeah, my biggest goal at the moment is the live cooking demos, which was supposed to happen this past Sunday, but I ran into a technical issue, so I've ordered an extension cord for my webcam, which is just going to allow me to take it anywhere I want it to go. So I'll be able to have it there, and I'll just pull up chat on my phone so I can still keep track of everything. And that one I'm really excited about, but, you know, to be able to publish a list of ingredients, this is what I'm cooking, and let people cook along, to ask me as they're going. And when they make a mistake, they can say, wait, that's not right. And I can show you how to fix it, because anyone who cooks and really cooks often will tell you it doesn't always go perfect for us either. We make mistakes. We forget to put the sugar in, or we picked up the powder sugar instead of the flour and went, oh crap, no wonder that's not working.
Yep.
Or you made lasagna and you didn't quite have enough sauce. How do you do? So I love to be able to do that live. I can do that, and I can help people as they're going through it. So that's a really big goal for me. And the second half is going to be the music. That's a big one for me too. I want to get the music out there for everybody. I don't really necessarily want to be rich and famous. That's not who I am. But I love music, and I love sharing the talents that God gave me. And my friends all seem to love it when I sing for them. So that's probably my long term. Within the next 5 to 6 months, I want to have one whole section and playlist with nothing but music.
Okay, very interesting.
When my daughter first got married years ago, she decided she wanted to make chili that night for her husband. So she did the chili up, is what she remembers her mama doing. And then she called me up right when he was getting off work, and she said, I don't know what's wrong. She says, the beans are hard as a rock. They don't, nothing like what you make. I says, what kind of beans did you use? Well, the red ones that you get. I go, yeah. Did you get the ones in a can or the ones in a bag? Well, the ones in a bag, just like you get. And did you put them in a bowl last night and cover them with water and let them soak all night? So you could pick out the bad ones and then rinse it. And, well, no, I just, about 2 hours ago, I cooked up the meat and the garlic and the onions like you do, and I added the beans and put some water in. I go, yeah, dear.
But that would have worked just fine in a pressure cooker.
To this day, I want to trust her with a pressure cooker.
Pressure cooker would have done it, but in this case, she probably needs just about another 3 to 4 hours on the stove.
Exactly. Yeah.
Might be the safest avenue.
Yeah. So it's like I will not let her forget that. Not let her forget that. Oh goodness.
It is dangerous to eat kidney beans that aren't cooked well.
Oh, I don't even think I'd want to.
Brian J., thank you for stopping in. You have a wonderful evening, and we hope to see you next week. Okay, here's Grizz's announcement again. I'm having a 1K giveaway. The prize is my sis, Countreegirl, hand in marriage. You sign up for the giveaway, please watch my video that will release after the live show. So if we don't stop this, he can't play the video.
Well, this is true.
But I do want to make everybody aware, We have been on for a little bit over an hour. Country Girl, I don't know how you're feeling. I know you're a little bit under the weather, but if you're willing to go on and people want to stick around, we're here.
Well, I have no problem with that, except I need to make a quick trip to the restroom before I burst. I've had like 4 cups of tea, so I can talk to y'all.
Goodness. Okay, well, I'll tell you what. Sherry and I will just kind of jump on the screen here, and we'll give you a pee break.
Okay, I will be right back.
So it's you and I now.
Bee Lady, have you ever watched some of Mama Cat's cooking videos? I watched one that sticks in my mind, and it's been a couple months. Mama Cat, you can, I don't remember when, was when you were doing your freezer foods, and you had something you were putting in those like 9x8, 10x12, I don't know what they were, the pans, and putting them in the freezer. I was just amazed. I mean, you know, you had on your gloves, and I guess I've never thought about doing freezer dinners and having them ready to put in the oven at a moment's notice, but I like that video. Those are some good videos. Okay, who's leaving? Half Acres or Nina? Thank you, Spicy. Yours are coming along real good. I've enjoyed them. And Nina, I did watch your live chat last week, but it was after the fact. We weren't even home at 5 o'clock, unfortunately. So by the time we got home, it was already over. And I have to go back and catch up on Mama Cat's videos. Mama Cat, that's a good thing. One of the channels that I watch, and they have live streams 3 times a week. If they don't use gloves or something, or if they rub their nose, or put their hand through their hair, every time they do it, at least one of the people is making a comment that not very sanitary. And you know what? It's your kitchen. If it's your family, if you don't want to wear gloves, don't wear gloves. You're not serving it to anybody else. But that's my own feeling.
Okay, and I believe she might be back.
I am here.
And Mama Cat, I will go back on last week's videos. Thank you.
And thank you for that.
Hey, we try to accommodate.
Chi-Town, thank you for stopping. Appreciate you stopping. We're here every Monday night, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard. We also have started a Tuesday evening Filmora class at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, because with YouTube doing away with their creator studio, a lot of people weren't sure which way to go. So since we use Filmora, Daryl's been giving little classes, and they seem to be going rather well. Not that I've learned anything from it. I still give him all the stuff to edit.
I am going to have to come check that out.
Oh, hi, Cab 7. I wear garden gloves when cooking my hot dogs.
Angie, you didn't have to do that. Thank you.
So what else would you like to share, Country Girl? No, General, this is a family show.
Oh, is Sam here? Is Sam still here?
Sam is a doll. If you guys, excuse me, if y'all don't know Sam, he's a doll. He's a really sweet guy. But I think about all the craziness that's going on, the hurricanes here, the hurricanes in Florida. There's just so much out there that I love being able to come into this community to smile and to laugh. And it's a wonderful, almost therapy for me. And I just really I am so appreciative to you guys for having me on. This has been just phenomenal for me. I've had so much fun. You know, and I love sharing our community. That's a big deal for me.
Well, and we haven't talked about it, but there's also, as far as I know, they still have the fires out west too.
Yes.
Yes, I believe so. Chris was talking about them earlier.
Mm-hmm.
You know, there's so many things and so many people that need our prayers and need our thoughts. And it's nice to be able to just gather with a group of people that feel similar to you do, that share the same beliefs and the same, you know, aspects of keeping people in your thoughts and prayers and really caring about each other. And I just love that. We're all different, and yet we're so similar in so many ways too. It's just crazy.
Right. And it's been these past 2 weeks, just the flooding and the hurricane in Houston, the wildfires out west, Oregon, Washington. I hear Montana had them also.
Yes, Montana.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
On the edge of the Wyoming border.
Yeah, and then the hurricane down in Florida and the Keys and Puerto Rico and that, and then Jose coming to clean up what Irma left, and then earthquakes this past weekend or Thursday. The earthquakes in Mexico. It just I think it's just real weird. All that stuff happening all at once.
All at once, and it makes you grateful for where you're at. And you know, it for me, yes, I went through this hurricane, but there were so many people that had it so much worse than I did, and it makes me grateful for what I have and where I'm at. Because, but for the grace of God, there go I. You know, that could have been me, and I'm so grateful for that. Probably my biggest slogan that I use in my life every day of my life: I live with an attitude of gratitude.
Mm-hmm. 22 fires in California. Oi.
Crazy.
Yeah, it is crazy. Yeah, Vina, was that Jose or Juan or I don't know. It's a male's name. Starts with a J. I know that was supposed to be coming. Oh, Nate's back for about 10 minutes.
Nate, I couldn't tell you in an hour what you've missed. We've just been going so fast here.
You'll have to go watch the replay. That's all I can tell you. And isn't it crazy that people from around the world, you know, Tina's in Japan, Renata, I don't think she's here, but she's on my channel often, is in Germany.
Mm-hmm. Well,
Irina's in Russia.
She's a bottler, is in Australia.
Yeah, we have Australia. We have Steve-O is in New Zealand. It's amazing that people from all over the world can come together in one place and to learn the cultures and the traditions. And it's just amazing to me, the technology that so many people, I think, take for granted.
Oh, Grandpa's Farm Goes Sailing. Not sure I've ever seen that channel. Welcome.
Yes, I have.
Oh, okay.
It used to just be Grandpa's Farm.
Oh, okay.
And I still catch it every now and then, but not as often as I'd like to. And thank you for stopping Grandpa's Farm. I watched your channel way back in the days when you were on the Homestead Network. He's out of Alaska.
Oh, okay. Spicy, you take care. Thanks for stopping. And I watched that video that your mom made, and bless the both of you for going out and getting that camper back. Your mom truly has balls. Love that woman.
I'm not sure that's an appropriate statement, but
I didn't say anything that wasn't true. She knows what I mean. She knows what I mean.
Yeah, so we have an Alaska homestead in the works here. But,
awesome.
And we do thank you for stopping by.
See, she's still here. Yes, B lady, it is. Watch her video. Did you make that video this morning, Nina, or was it yesterday? Check it out, B lady. Yeah, she knows what I mean.
Lovely kid, Japan. So we have Japan here. We have Alaska here.
Mm-hmm. But she's not originally from Japan.
But she is now.
Tina, you're
right.
Slavic? Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Slavic, yes.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Where's that?
Not here.
Slovakia.
Slovakia. Yeah, that's where it's at.
Okay, country girl. Where's that?
Europe.
Europe.
It's on the other side over there.
You talk to Michigan people, and they hold up their hand and they say, "I'm here," and what have you. So where is Slovakia? I have no idea.
Texas is here. Okay, this is Texas. You see that? Slovakia is somewhere way up here.
You see, Grizz?
She's amazing, though. She speaks 5 languages. She is fluent in, let's see if I can get them all: Slavic, English, Japanese, German, and Russian.
Wow.
And her son is 5. His name's Leo. He calls me Auntie CG, and he is just precious to me. He speaks 3 languages. They're amazing. But, I mean, the people you meet from just all over the world that you would never otherwise have a chance to meet. It's just incredible.
Oh, another tidbit about Grandpa's farm. He lived in Ohio. I don't know if he was originally from Ohio, but he's got family here in Ohio.
Oh. Well, Grizz says Grandpa's Farm was one of the first channels that didn't ban him.
Well, where do we rate? Come here, Grizz. We'll have to ban you.
Well, apparently Grandpa's Farm is not homesteading anymore. He's selling the farm to follow a passion. So it should be interesting.
I can remember a while back he was looking for property here in Ohio, but likewise what he was looking for. There's not a whole lot available where he was looking. Don't be late for the
ball
bell.
Yeah.
Okay. That's.
I was gonna say that 3 times fast.
Most of us just call him Bell. Hey, Bell. Oh, I love you, sis.
Grandpa's farm is in Alaska, B-lady. And he's got a very interesting channel. He does some live streams. I don't know if he does them just once a week or not, but I've dropped in on a couple of them.
Oh, Daryl, you were about the second or third that didn't ban him, so.
Well, that was your fault for not finding us sooner.
What can I say? Willow, Alaska. You don't want to go to Alaska, B?
Okay, well, is there anybody in the room that's got any more questions for Country Girl? We don't want to forget our star of the show here.
No, not at all. Grandpa does live streams on Sundays at 7 p.m., Wednesdays at 1 p.m. Cool. I'll have to check that out. I think we're already subscribers, but I'll make sure. Well, BC, I guess that's not going to include us because we have 5 dogs and I love bacon. So you stuck with us.
So the bee lady has asked, do you plan to stay in Texas?
I do not. I'm hoping next year, by the end of next year, I'm going to be trying to get to, excuse me, Eastern Tennessee, close to the North Carolina borders. there's a possibility my company is going to transfer me to Memphis, Tennessee, right after the first of the year. But I don't want to stay in Memphis either because it's not a great part of the world. But I will definitely be country then. And I will probably live about 45 minutes away to an hour drive because I don't want to live right in the city. But my ultimate goal is Eastern Tennessee.
Well, and you said something earlier that caught my interest. The company you work for makes railroad tracks?
We do. We build railroad tracks from the design up, from the ground up.
Okay, so
the main lines.
So you are installing the tracks, or they actually make the rails?
Yes, we install the tracks.
Okay.
The main lines, such as UP and BNSF and the KCS, they have their own crews that do their main lines. Well, we do our industrial tracks, all the spurs that come off and go to chemical plants and wood centers and all that deliver all their products. We do their yards, excuse me, and their tracks from the ground.
Okay, well, 20 years ago, I worked at a steel mill, and they had a spur line that came in there for the cold rolled steel that came out. So, but obviously that's a business that is probably not growing all that much. It's just kind of sustaining, I'm guessing.
It actually, we stay busy. My company, excuse me, my voice is going. We have 13 offices across 8 states, and we cover all of the South. We go as far as Arizona, Colorado, onto the West. The only thing we really don't cover is New England area. But all of our offices, and the great thing about having so many, when we're slow here because we had a hurricane and everything's underwater, we can ship our guys to one of the other offices and they'll go work for them. So we get on a phone, we pick up a phone and we say, hey, I got a crew that needs somewhere to go. And somebody else will say, I can use them, ship them over here. And now that we're starting to get waters receding and we've got a lot of calls for washouts, we're able to call all these other offices and say, I need as many crews as y'all can send me. So they can ship their crews here to help us. And that's a really great part of it. A part of what makes our company succeed.
BC Truck, no, I did not haul steel. I was a computer guy. So I was all over the plant.
Country girl, Grizz, wants to know how long it's going to take you to say I do.
It depends on who wins your contest. If Sam wins the contest, maybe we can up the date a little bit, but anybody else, I don't know what to think about that.
Sam only needs 4 more subs to hit 200.
Oh, that's awesome, Sam. That's awesome.
We can auction him off. I mean, auction something off. Hello, Laura.
Did you do Disneyland and Knott's Berry Farm Railway?
Our Saraland, Alabama office did Disneyland. I don't know who did Knott's Berry Farm. I don't think it was. I think it was Railworks. I'm not sure. It's just a rival company. But we did do Disneyland. And like my office here in Houston, we have a guy that specializes in amusement track. So we do the tracks at the Houston Zoo. We do the Kemah Boardwalk, the Galveston Boardwalks, all of the amusement tracks. We do all of those, and we have a guy that specializes in them. But we did do Disney. I think it's Disney World in Florida, isn't it? Where's Disney? I don't know. The one in Florida.
And apparently Mama Cat's at $4.99. So somebody go sub her. Get her up to 500.
Oh, there's an after party tonight on Sam's channel. Oh, and he's going to wear his wig and wedding dress. Okay. I want to see that. Good night, all sorts. Thank you for stopping. Pickers, good night. Thank you for stopping. You're always the first one in the channel. I know you want the front row seating. I hope you put reserved when you come in so no one takes it.
We're going to have to start having him make the popcorn when he comes in so early.
Might as well. Get the drinks ready. Oh, Last nice guy's going to give Grizz away when he gets 1,000 subs. Yes, I agree, B-Lady. Mama Cat is awesome.
Yes, she is.
Yes.
I love Mama Cat.
Mama Cat, you are going to be in Virginia, are you not, for the conference? Woohoo! Mama Cat's at 5:01.
Awesome.
Way to go, folks.
Way to go. That's awesome.
Night, Southern Arc. Thank you for stopping. You're my hero.
Well, and I don't know if any of you all noticed, but anybody that happens to hit the subscribe button while we're on our live stream, we get a little notification comes up right on the screen for everybody. So we appreciate it very much. Thank you.
I wonder if that's why they asked earlier what that music was.
Well, probably.
Do they hear it also?
Yeah, they hear that.
Then that could have been, because I think B-Lady and someone else says, what's that music? And I go, what music are you talking about? I don't know.
Yeah, we just have it set up so that if we get a sub during the live stream, we share that with everybody, and we appreciate it very much.
Are you cold, Tammy? One more sub for 200. Woohoo!
Awesome, Sam.
Who needs to make a new Google account so we can get that one more sub? Okay, Mama Cat, so you did hear that. Daryl just did that, I think, the other day, so. You want 2 seconds of fame? Stage is all yours, BC Truck. Go for it.
You want subbed and resubbed.
That doesn't work. Grizz has tried that before. I'll tell you what. If you look at the channel above you and below you, make sure you're subbed to those channels. See, there we go. Angie's. And I'm pretty sure we're subbed to everyone here. If not, like I said, because our chat does stay with the video, that way I can go back and do a check afterwards. Because I not only sub the person, I will go through and watch the videos.
I've seen a lot of people asking if I can sing, and ordinarily I would love to sing for you guys.
Right.
That's not going to be possible today. My throat's starting to get a little scratchy.
Well, BC, the other caveat on that is you can't have all your
ducks in a row.
Subs private.
Right.
You know, so that has to be available, or else. So the subs have to be visible to the channel.
Tina, because of her throat, she can't. I'm not even going to ask her, because I know that would have to hurt. I mean, that throat, it's like, we could go out and get a thing of an audio of maybe Kermie singing with Miss Piggy.
Probably.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I would love to sing for you guys. I love to sing, but it's hard to get. You can hear it. It's getting a little scratchy.
Yes, it is.
Getting harder to talk.
Well, and okay, that worked.
Yeah, I didn't get to that one in time. Oh, there, BC Truck keeps his subs private. Yeah. Yeah, I understand that, BC Truck.
Yeah.
Yeah, some of them go off the deep end.
Yeah, and we don't have a problem with any of that. That's fine. However,
far away.
Speaking of people in the room and in the chat here, we have a future guest in here that's going to be on next week. So, OldAlabamaGardener will be joining us next week. We'll give him a little.
Is it next week?
I think it's next week, or is it 2 weeks?
I think it's 2 weeks.
Could be 2 weeks.
You're the one who makes up the schedule, dear.
I could cheat and go look.
No, I have 18th is Old Alabama Gardener,
Yep.
and Cab 7 is the 25th.
Yeah, so I was right.
Okay.
Yeah, Old Alabama Gardener will be our guest next week. And he's in the channel right now, so everybody can say hi. And Cab 7, I don't know if he's still in the channel, but he was in here too. And he will be with us on the 25th.
And Kellie B-Fam is here on the 2nd of October. And Alderman Farms on the 9th. And I know you have Backwoods Raised, but I don't have I thought he was on the schedule. I don't have him down yet.
Yes.
Okay, I
Follow
just
the next one there.
Okay, I just don't have him down yet. Okay. No problem.
Can you book Miss Tina to dance party?
He's saying, can you book him and Tina together to do a dance party? Which means he started redigging the hole that he almost crawled out of.
Well, that's good. Yeah, Grandpa's Farm, they are good folks. We met them in Tennessee back in May. They are good folks.
Oh, look, we must have woken him up. Backwoods says, did I hear my name?
Yes, you did, Spicy. You heard your name.
And Owen Gerbroth says, I'm 2 away from 200 subs, so.
If anybody check out Owen, I don't know if I'll look it up on ours.
Owen's actually one of my subs.
Oh, is he?
Yeah, he's one of my subs. Hi, Owen, sweetie. He's a really nice guy, very pleasant, very personable.
You're one away now. You have 199. We are already subbed.
Awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Well, BC, I did invite you, and the offer is still open. So, anytime you feel that you would like to join us on a Monday evening, the offer is here for BC Truck to do that. I'm going to go a step further. I think Grandpa's Farm is another one that if you would like to join us some Monday evening, you would be more than welcome as well. So just drop us an email.
Yeah, any of you. We'd love to do it.
So.
Yep, Kellie, October 2nd. That's right. Yep, Bobby, we're already subbed to Tammy and to you, so just wanted to let you know, and I have been, because with me watching the live streams with Grizz and Cab 7 and Pawpaw.
Well, hon, it's been an hour and 40 minutes.
Yeah, I think.
Country Girl, how you doing? You hanging in there?
I think we need to let Country Girl.
I'm okay. I just can't talk too much more.
Yeah.
And especially since she pretty much,
I would love to stay, but
yeah, her work is on the phone, so
yep.
Yeah, she needs that voice.
So, listen, we certainly appreciate everybody stopping by here this evening. And we do this every Monday night. Tomorrow, I will be having a thing at 8 o'clock on Filmora, some editing tricks and tips and tricks. So,
Grandpa's Farm Go Sailing says he thanks for the offer, but yeah, he's not really doing the homestead things these days.
This has nothing.
Go ahead.
Yeah, we've had cooking channels on here. We've had ex-YouTubers on here.
Mm-hmm. If you have a YouTube channel, you're invited. It doesn't have to be
within
homestead.
reason.
Yeah,
within reason.
It doesn't have to be homesteading.
So no, that has something to do with it, Grandpa. So,
thank you, BC Truck. Appreciate that.
Old Alabama Gardener will be on next week. And
yeah, if you do a garden, any type of gardening, or plants on a windowsill, whatever, Old Alabama Gardener is the go-to guy. Just pick his brain. He is awesome.
Yeah, he's forgotten more than I know. Did I say that?
Did I try and figure that out?
Did I say that right?
I think you did.
So we want to thank everybody for coming. And
yes, Coco, you too can.
And remember the people in Florida that are just getting through this hurricane and back what happened in 2001. So we thank you, and we will see you next week.
Thank you so much for having me on, guys. It was a pleasure. Lots of fun. Thank you so much.